Alright. So we gave it to our Pandit, our Dharmacharya, Pandit Ram, for his birthday. And we were making a trip out, the two boys. I haven't done a video in a while, so it feels strange. I should hold this camera up and do a video. She's driving. I'm relaxing. You know, we're just gonna show you the journey, getting over there. We went to the Sterling Hall. Something else wrong with her. Again, she's driving. That's her responsibility to get us there safe. And just relaxing. So we're gonna show you the journey as we go through this place. We are currently in Hampstead trying to get to the Cross Island. Up in there, we're probably gonna take a southern state down. Wherever it takes us. So, yeah, you know, it's Pandit is a great person who invited us and his family, you know, and so he's alive. The rich could just go and celebrate life with them as a birthday, right? There'll be no alcohol there, which is good. And, you know, vegetarian food and things like that. So it should be a fun event tonight, a fun party with the family. We're heading out there, and yeah, we're gonna document it. This last year summer, I did put up a video on the YouTube channel, the good things they do. You know, these are things they're doing without asking for any donation, any support. Give what you can, you know. We know from our heart it costs money, right? And yet they would not come out and say, not Pandit Ram or Pandit Vishal, Pandit Manus, no one will come out and say, hey, we need money for this. But we know, it costs money to teach these kids our culture. They have learned so much. The little one still remembers the song the Bajani learned, the prayer during summer camp. So, you know, when people out there talking bad things about Hinduism, saying Pandit charging money, they have a price list. Every Monday they go to, they want donation, and where do this Pandit got training and things like that. You know, when people don't have dedication and knowledge, you know, people just like to talk. So from my experience, which I'm not a regular member, like I said, my wife is. From my experience, this Monday here is really good. They don't charge nothing. Food is free every Sunday after.
Continue on Montauk Avenue for 3 miles.
And yeah, so anybody wants to visit, come along. So it looks like we just got off the highway there on where we at? Montauk Parkway. We're getting closer and closer to the place. That's it over there, right? Yeah, right here. So this is the Sterling.
You have arrived.
And it look like we're a little bit late to that. Like a lot of folks already here, a lot of people coming. You already dressed up for Christmas, man. So this is Pandit Dharmacharya. That's what we see, come to see.
There's a cold room over there if you want to put this coat on.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
This is the man I was talking about all the way through. The good things he's doing for the Hindu
Thank
community.
you. Thank you very much. I don't know how good things, but I'm trying.
Let's go. Jai Shri Ram.
Can I get a mic check? All right, are we here for a birthday? Yeah. All right, let's put our hands together. A round of applause. Let's get some energy going this evening. Wow, so wonderful. Sita Ram, Swagatam. Good evening. It's such a pleasure to be here to really give you guys a big warm welcome. I want to welcome each and every one of you here this evening. It's a very momentous occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around for the momentous occasion as we dive headfirst into the realm of joy, nostalgia, and the life stories of an amazing individual. Many of you here know him, right? Or else you would not be here. Some may know him by Pandit Ram, Hardwar. Many of you do. Others call him Narottam Ram Narayan. Some call him Vishwamitra. Big shout out to those who call him Vishwamitra over there. Others call him Bruds. And it took me a long time as a child to realize what this meant, but it was brother, for those of you who don't know our colloquial. And so, others call him the Beast. Shout out to those at work who call him the Beast, right? That's what his co-workers call him, and I don't know why. Maybe we'll find out later on the dance floor. But I know him as Dad. I am truly lucky that I call him Dad. So, I'm your master of ceremony. My name is Anand Ramnarayan. Many of you know me. And today, I have the immense pleasure of introducing to you two exceptional gentlemen here. Stories about Dad. And he's the maestro of debate, if you know Vishal. He is an attorney at law and an engineer, the gentleman with a heart of gold. He can single-handedly engineer a plan to argue himself out of and into trouble in one single swoop. Put your hands together for Vishal, or aka Elizabeth Vishal. These two remarkable gentlemen, Satish and Vishal, are here to ensure that tonight's celebration is as financially savvy and legally sound like Bernie Madoff's 401ks. And most importantly, to keep me in check, as my girls will tell you, and ensure Dad's stories are only mildly exaggerated and embellished, and as my girls will tell you, that the dance floor later on, yes, will be dancing.
I'll leave the jokes for these two guys, because they're funny looking. But honestly, why are we here today, guys? We're here to celebrate. We're here to have a good time. And most importantly, we're here to recollect some awesome memories. If we think about it for a second, anyone who's ever immigrated to America, why do they come here? They're looking for something, right? They're looking for this thing called the American dream. But a dream can only be fulfilled if you have a goal, you have a plan, and you execute that plan. And that last part, execution, that is the key. That is probably the most important, because that's where 99% of people fail, is on execution. So tonight, we are celebrating an individual who I like to call the excellence of execution. Because anybody who knows him, once he sets a plan, he is relentless, and he's very thoughtful in how that plan should be done. That's the type of individual he is. Through hard work, dedication, and something he's coined, and I hope I use this right, Dad, stick-to-itiveness. Is that correct? Yeah. He's been able to achieve tremendous success in his life. Acharya Mahendra Dubey, Acharya Atridev Sharma, Pandit Harinath, Pandit Ram Sundar Sharma, Pandit Yoga Ram Narayan, Pandit Gurdat Jaglanand, Pandit Bola Sharma, Pandit Ganesh Upadhyay, Shri Pandit Ganesh Ram Sahai, Pandit Narottam Narayan, Pandit Yogesh Narayan, Pandit Charan Prasad, Pandit Ravi Dubey, Pandit Ravin Sharma, Pandit Purushottam Sukul, Pandit Jaiwant Kusir, Pandit Manoj Prasad, Pandit Sanjay Ramkasoon, I'm going to skip myself, Pandit Vishnu Hardwar, Pandit Siram Hardwar, and Pandit Suraj Hardwar.
तद्भिदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अवभक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात् अवदक्षिणात् अवचूधावरात् अवधरात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दविधियोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि
Namaste, Swagatam to each and everyone, Honorable Brahmacharya, all of the various Pandits, and friends and family. I didn't come to speak, but this is a momentous occasion, and if I can ask the Guruji of the family, I want to use the word retirement. It gets a good nice ring to it. So, Brahmacharya, I hope you have great success. And then he said he wants to give you the boat. You already have 3 captains who are standing in front here to be the captains of those boats. So you will succeed in every aspect of life, Brahmacharya.
Thank you very much, Ish. Our Honorable Brahmacharya, our Pandits, devotees and friends, my humble
Good afternoon. Hari Om. Shashanka Chakra Sakirita Kuntalam Sapita Vasram Suraserukesharam Saravastra Stalakaustavasyam Namami Vishnu Siri Sachaturubhujam. प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय। मैं Let's try again. Jai Shri Ram. When Brahma Rishi Valmik Maharaj initiated the sons of Sri Ram, Lava and Kusha,
with Pandit Ram and love and compassion for all, our love forever. Thank you, Annie.
Jai Shri Ram, everyone. And welcome this wonderful occasion. As I look at my older brother, there are so many memories. He's only 2 years my senior. And we grew up together and we practically did everything up until he decided to finish high school and move on to university. And then I quickly joined him at university as well. As you can. So once again, I want to say that personally for me, very deep within me, that when Dad passed away, and I was there with you in Mandir, and you said to me, "See, it's me and you. This Mandir here is important. The Mandir is important, and we need to put our minds together." And I said to you, to my brother, I said to him, "Well, I don't really know anything much." And he said, "That's not a problem." And then he took me under his wings, and so I began from there. So I want to thank you for all the teachings that you have passed on to me. And may everyone's blessing, may the Lord's blessing be with you each and every day, and may you enjoy the rest of your life. Thank you all. I just want to add one thing. We have another brother. He couldn't be here. We are 4 brothers, not 3. We are 4, but unfortunately he couldn't be here because of other things. On his behalf, he's really the nice one.
Namaskar, Pailagu, and welcome everyone. We're all here tonight for what? To have an enjoyable time, to be funny, to be happy. So no sound faces, please. We don't want to be too serious. So tonight, first of all, as I said, I'd like to welcome all of you, a very, very hearty welcome to all of you wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. When we decided what are we going to do for his 70th birthday and retirement, he said, Rods, I would really like for all of my siblings, all of my cousins, and all of the people that I have been living with for 70 years of my life to spend this day with me. So that's what materialized today, and we are all here today because of that. At this time, and before I say anything else, I would like to acknowledge the presence of those who have made this beautiful dinner possible. Fidel cousins. Had it not been for your generosity, your kindness, your compassion, this would not have been possible. You've been so kind to him over the years. You've given us so much more than we even dreamed of. And sometimes people would think, where are they getting it from? But it is this group of people here, Fidel cousins. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to really pay my respects to Pete Serena, to Alan Rothenberg, to John Leonard, John Lombardi. John Lombardi is, I don't know, they go for 5 miles walk, I've heard, in the city together when they have to go from one job to the other job. So, Jill, you're here tonight, and we're so happy that you're here. And thank you again. Had it not been for you, I would not be wearing this outfit. So, thank you.
Sitaram to all, family and friends, welcome. Om Yaya Vida Jagvat Sarfrajir Nityamba Gayandi Devyatasya Saraswati Namondana. May she continue to shower her blessings on you. And it's also a great pleasure to be part of this most joyous of occasions and to join this large gathering of friends and family to celebrate this very special milestone of 70 years and also the retirement of a very exceptional, outstanding person, none other than my brother, Dharmachar Pandit Ram Hardwar, who has also led the Sri Narayan Mandir organization for a number of years, and not only in the promotion of Sanatana Dharma, but also assisting in the community in many community-based projects. Brothers, the number of 70 may seem daunting, but remember, age is a mind of matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
You heard I was getting up and he left. All right. Welcome. I am one of the partners, one of the principals at Savetta Cousins. My other partners did make it, but Ram is also one of the associate partners, and there are some here as well. With that, my name is John Hunter. I'm not a very good public speaker, so bear with me. Normally Ram does this for us. So, Ram and I have worked very closely through the years. Our office has grown and reflected here, as you see some of the guests in attendance today. We have estimated and built some of the biggest residential and commercial projects in the U.S. I know we're very proud throughout the years, and I've often been sitting and reviewing bids with him, and the phone rings, and a lot of times it's you people that are ringing his phone while we're doing a bid. He takes the time to pick up the phone, and as you all know, you hear on his end, see the ring. I'm in a meeting right now and I can't talk, but I will call you back. I know many of you can attest to that. Today we gathered to celebrate a remarkable milestone.
Number one. And while they take a picture, I'd like to recognize a few important guests among us. First, we have Inderjeet Paul. Inderjeet Paul, can you please stand? Inderjeet Paul is the president of the Queens Community Lions Club. He does tremendous work with his Lions Club throughout New York City and the United States. Thank you very much, Inderjeet, for being here. In addition, we have the Honorable Reverend Thors. She is the chairperson for Community Board 12, Reverend Thors. And she controls Community Board 12. So if you live in Community Board 12 in New York City and you have any issues, you can reach out to Reverend Thors. And right next to her is her third vice president, Bilal Kareem. Bilal, you gotta stand up. Thank you so much. And finally, we have one of the most highly decorated Indo-Guyanese officers amongst us in the NYPD. He is none other than Inspector Ralph Clement. Inspector? Did he leave? Oh, he stepped out. The irony of me calling on him when he stepped out. But in lieu of Inspector Clement, I'd like to ask Police Officer Neil Narayan to please stand. Thank you so much for your work and your service. And when the inspector comes back in, let me know so I can shout him out. And she's the mother of 3 wonderful children and married to Pandit Satish. I was supposed to introduce her because you have a hard one. Yeah, you never get it back. I know that. 16 years, I know that. But I wanted to say one thing. The reason I wanted to introduce her because I know I have to do the task of introducing the kids to give their talk. Should I go by age? No, I just decided to go by beauty first. So my beautiful wife, I'm trying to see if I can get her to blush. It doesn't take much, but I'll hand it over to her.
Thank you. Sitaram and Kailagu, to mom and dad, to all pundits and respected elders. How can one ever describe what a father means to them? I know everyone says this, but I have the best father in the world.
Thank you so much, John. And at this time, can the entire Savetta crew come on up and take a picture? Dad?
From the depth of our hearts, thank you for being the anchor in our lives, for your sacrifices, for the lessons you have imparted, and for the love that has always been our guiding light. We're so thankful for all of that. Happy 70th birthday, and congratulations on your retirement. May this phase of life be filled with tranquility that you very much deserve. You just want peace. The joy you've given may come back to you manyfold, and the love that surrounds you, may that be exponential. Thank you, Dad, for a life that has been truly a blessing.
Thank you, Amen. The last of the siblings, this person, before he left home, he said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." Who's the fairest of them all? Never mind, I see him right here. Please welcome Bishop. Sure words that have never been spoken.
Pailagu Guruji, Guruma, Pandita Sabha, Dikasyakul, Matayakul. Pranam, Swagatam, friends and family. As I sat down to write my thoughts about my father, I quickly realized that him being a leader, him being an engineer, him being an acharya, has shaped who my father is.
Over the years, my father has imparted precious principles, perspectives, and life lessons. And I would like to just share 5 of those life lessons so you all can better understand who my father is and the relationship I have with my father. The irony is, the first principle has already been said. It's his trademark, stick-to-itiveness. Dad emphasizes the importance of hard work, focus, and sacrifice. In life, there are no such things, as you heard before, shortcuts. Too many times, we all look for a shortcut in things that we do. But to be truly great at something, you must put in the work. My father told me that focus begins at 4 a.m. My father taught me that a focused mind does not need to be told to go practice. A focused mind doesn't need to be told to go study. Instead, a focused mind does the additional 15 minutes of Alankar practice, does the additional homework problems, goes that extra mile when no one is looking. The second principle my father taught me was to always be dharmic. We all know the first verse of the Bhagavad Gita, but if we look at the first 2 words, dharmakshetre, kurukshetre, and if we rearrange it, it loosely translates to, wherever you are, no matter the location, you must perform your dharma. This means, no matter your company, no matter your status, no matter the attachments or the relationships with those around you, you must always perform your dharma. Unfortunately, some of us may make concessions when it comes to performing our dharma to simply appease others. We tend to shy away from taking a stand because we want everyone to like us. My father is the antithesis of this. I've seen it for myself where he has abided by his dharma to the chagrin of those who wanted him to bend the rules. It's said earlier by my Guruji that Dad says, dharma rakshati rakshataha. But what I want to tell you is the complete shloka, or the complete phrase. Dharma evo hato hanti, dharmo rakshati rakshataha. Tasma dharmo na hantavyo, mano dharmo hato vadi. Like Dad says, those who protect dharma, dharma will protect you. Those who try to destroy dharma, dharma will end up destroying you. My father has taught me to adhere to dharmic principles. And when you do adhere to these dharmic principles, attachments and relationships are no longer relevant. You may wind up losing friends. You may wind up losing family. But you ultimately gain a connection with Bhagwan or God. Being dharmic is not about what you eat. It's not about what you study. It's not about what you practice. Being dharmic is about how you eat, how you practice, how you live. The third principle my father taught me was to avoid complacency, like my brother said. Comfort brings about complacency, and it is only when we make ourselves uncomfortable, it is only when we push ourselves, it is only when we stop making excuses, then we can grow, then we can achieve. When I graduated high school, I had a hard time with my college courses. And my father told me, study harder. It was only years later, and with a mind-blowing Squares Club GPA. For those of you, you can Google Squares Club GPA to know what that means. I can't say it, I'll blush. But anyways, I finally understood what he meant. I was in college, but I was studying like I was in high school. I didn't study like I was in college, but I expected to pass like I did in high school. My father has told me that you cannot do the same thing at a higher level and expect similar results. For example, if I was studying 2 hours a day last year, I may have to study 3 hours a day this year in order for me to reach my goal. You may even have to sacrifice friends, sleep, social media if you want to achieve your goal. My father sees the uncapped potential in each and every one of us. He doesn't want you to be a student. He doesn't want you to be a doctor. He doesn't want you to be an electrician. He wants you to be the best student. He wants you to be the best doctor. He wants you to be a master electrician. He doesn't want you to be a police officer. He wants you to be the commissioner. That is who my father is. He has always taught me to be humble, but continuously challenge myself to be hungry and to always improve. The fourth principle my father taught me is to have a love for life. Life, as we all know, is the most brutal challenge we can all face. In sports, we're allowed to call a timeout. At the end of 17 weeks of a semester, the children can go on break. If you have a job, you can take vacation, you have the weekends. But in life, you have no timeouts. You have no vacation. And it's the only test you cannot cheat on. Some of us are just beaten down and we don't know it. We make excuses as to why we are where we are. We blame someone else. We blame the government. We blame our parents. We blame even God. But my father does not believe in this and cannot relate to this type of thinking. He believes with hard work, with concentration, and with stick-to-itiveness, no goal or task is impossible. You must have a positive mindset in every single thing that you do. And yes, like my chacho said, you may fail, but dust yourself off and try again. Dad has taught me that only you can control your feelings. Only you can control your mood and nothing else and no one else. The greatest challenger to greatness is yourself and no one else. My father doesn't run from challenges, as my brother said. He doesn't make excuses. He refuses to be called a victim and works toward being called a victor. He knows there are many others out there who have more privilege. He knows there are so many other individuals out there who have more talent. But what does my father do? He wakes up at 4 a.m. every morning. So by the time the privileged get up at 6 a.m., he's closed the gap. I've realized that when weak-minded people listen to my father, they may think his speech is abrasive or excessive. But to the few who have toiled through the night, to the few who don't make excuses, to those who have overcome their obstacles, they see it as his love, his zest, his excitement for life and its challenges. The fifth principle my dad taught me was we can all help someone. The principle of charitable giving extends beyond monetary donations to include time and empathy. My father has told me that while helping someone, it is imperative to never judge that person because we are not in that person's shoes. When we are in a position to help someone, we must be thankful. We must be grateful. We must feel that we are blessed and fortunate. It's a terrible feeling to be in need and there's no one to help. It's an even worse feeling when you need help or you need support, but you get judgmental eyes, insults, stones, and condemnation. Dad, these are just 5 of the many principles you have taught me. And if I had to choose the most impressive thing about my father, my dad, I would say it is his unwavering adherence to Dharma. My father's love is not unconditional, it is dharmic. Meaning he doesn't blindly accept your actions, and even my actions as his son, he will never blindly accept it. In fact, he tells me many times when I've made mistakes, many of times when I need to do more, many of times when I need to step up. And yes, he tells me when I did well. Truth be told, I appreciate it because I know he wants me to be a better person. And this is how he is with each and every one of us. Each and every one of you, this is how he is. He truly wants everyone here to be a better version of themselves because he truly loves and cares about you. On behalf of Surya, Reshma, and myself, we sincerely thank you and Mom for always teaching us, loving us, and being our inspiration. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Vish. I almost lost $40 just now, eh? Remember who was gonna cry? I just won my $40. Give me $40. Anyways, as Vishal mentioned, he said something really important. That you always see Dad, he's always in the limelight, he's always in front, he's always doing something. He's so busy.
करूंगी तेरी होके रहूंगी तेरी means when I close my eyes, you are the God within me. Why am I going to go to my bed and pray? They say, all people say, your husband is your God. So easy for us ladies, right? Just cook some food, some nice roti and curry. Person that I did it all with. The most beautiful thing in the world for me is to experience living, being alive, to be able to love and to be free. I am one very lucky person. I was allowed to express freely and to grow into what I'm supposed to be in order to fulfill my duty on earth. We got married on Christmas Day 1977 and 3 amazing children were gifted to us, who then together with their wonderful spouses gifted us the Shaila Sasa, the sizzling Super 6, our 6 grandchildren, incredible grandchildren. Me and Shaila, we came up with that, the sizzling Super 6. I must say, it was not always smooth sailing for all of us. We had a lot of storms in our life, some really bad ones, that knocked us almost unconscious.
Not let this opportunity pass. Much has been said, but I have to say to myself, Dad, you're just not a dad to us, you're just not a father, you are our heartbeats, biologically and figuratively. You're the source of our strength and the embodiment of the love that we have. Throughout your life, you may have built bridges as an engineer, but more so than the steel and the concrete that you used, it was the love, wisdom, and touch of that unique Guyanese Hindu heritage that you used to build these bridges, to separate different sides and different forces. Growing up, I saw this, I witnessed it. I was simply amazed by you.
Nothing. We are gifted everything on this vacation. Bhagwan Shiva and Shakti Ma, they are the best tour guides. So this time I just like to say one little. Mera jeevan teri sharan, oh mera jeevan teri sharan, साधेरा विराग हुई अब मोह सारी त्याग हुई अब एक यही मेरा बंधन मेरा जीवन everyone तेरी शरण ओ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण जय माँ जय माँ जय जय माँ. जय माँ जय माँ जय जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय जय माँ. And then we can't forget about Shiva, right? जय जय शिव शंभु जय जय शिव शंभु जय जय शिव शंभु जय जय शिव शंभु महादेव शंभु महादेव शंभु हर हर महादेव शंभु महादेव शंभु. जय भोलेनाथ. Bholenath, they are the best tour guides. They know all. Na teri लगता जी तू के जाने प्यार मेरा मैं करूँ इंतजार तेरा तू दिल तू यूं जान मेरी जान मेरी. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for being here and celebrating with us. And we love all of you. Thank you again. All you wonderful people. Our Dharmacharya wanted every one of you to be here. So please enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mom. Very beautiful, very eloquent indeed. At this time, we only have one speaker left, and I think you guys know who it is. For this family, Mom set the record straight of all the qualities and characteristics of Dad. He has Daya, Danam, Tapa, and when we put Dharma, and when we put all this together, he is the Mahavir of this family. He is the backbone, he is our strength. Please welcome Pandit Ram, part of our family.
Thank you. Jai Shri Ram. Bhaya, my brother Pandits, Acharya Jis, my fellow devotees at Sri Surya Narayan Mandir, friends, President of the Lakshmi Mandir, and to my co-workers, my brothers and sisters, my nephews, my cousins, each and every one of you, my humble Caesar around this afternoon. I'm not going to keep you away from dinner anymore. I'm very brief. I want to say that, there are 3 signs of old age. The first one is loss of memory. And the other 2 are, what is it? I was trying to set my retirement schedule. So, as I'm sitting there thinking, I asked Radhaji, I turned to her and says, what time do you recommend that I should go to bed? She says, how about 3 hours after you fall asleep on the sofa? And I said, then I realized that really I'm retired now 20 years ago. My friends, retirement is not an achievement. Neither it is a time to say, now I have nothing to do. Retirement is just a transition in our life. It's just pivoting. And so retirement rather means that this is a time for total commitment to dissolving all of our remaining wants in life. And so nothing must be left in our bucket list. That's what retirement is all about. And entering, as the president of the Federation of Hindu Mandirs mentioned, that this is a time of sannyas. Entering into sannyasa is a time that the bucket must be kicked over. And there must be nothing left, no more wants in one's life. And so Hindu Dharma prepares us for this. It allows for this. And so it makes it very easy for us to move onwards in our life. As I look around, I see a lot more of the older folks busy reading the Bhagavad Gita. And I sat to myself and I started to wonder, why are they reading? All these old people reading the Bhagavad Gita. And then it hit me. I said, they are cramming for their final exam. So, as I prepare for this phase of my life, please permit me, this afternoon, to really sincerely from my heart, to say thanks to all those who have made it possible for me to be here today. First, I would like to give thanks to that Supreme Lord, whether we see the Lord as female, whether we see as male or beyond gender, that Supreme Being, we want to give thanks to that Lord. And so, secondly, I wish to give thanks to my Satguru and Pandit Ram Shukla. Wherever he is today, may he continue to shower his grace and blessings upon me. And to all the other gurus and all my teachers in my life.
Third, I would like to give thanks to my parents, my grandparents, and my great-grandparents. It is because of them that I'm standing here today. I would like to give thanks to my village. My brother says it's quaint, but Crabbe Creek is the most dynamic village, I think, in the entire Guyana. And so I'd like to give thanks to my village, my country, Matra Bhumi, Bharat Desh. I want to salute and bow to our motherland. My Janma Bhumi, Guyana, I bow to that land. And my Karma Bhumi, United States of America, I also bow to this land where I'm living today. I give thanks to all my siblings and all my family. I have tremendously large and a very, very impactful family. I bow to all of them. Every one of them has helped me to be where I am today. And I thank them for that. I want to give thanks today to my Mandir family, my Mandir friends, for I have built so many relationships over the past 30 years at Sri Suryanarayan Mandir. And it may appear as if she's not doing much, but if it's not for her, then I have to slow down. She not only does for me, but she does for herself. She is a very ardent student of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. She studies the Bhagavad Gita for hours every day, and that's her life's mission now. And so I want to wish her all the best in that journey. And so I conclude. I don't want to say anymore. I want to say thanks to all of you for being here today and for making this a precious and beautiful day for me. Jai Shri Ram. Thanks.